Guillaume Soro's imaginary cancer, Alassane Ouattara lied again. Alassane Ouattara is a liar, and everyone knows that. Those around him know it and all Ivorians know it now. However, that doesn't stop him from lying. It's stronger than him, second nature. On December 31, 2024, during the end-of-year speeches, his close enemy, Guillaume Soro, made a media outing that made the old curmudgeon dizzy. He, whose image on the screen arouses pity, now appears like a worn-out shoe. His face wrinkled by age, marked by the throat cancer which is eating away at his weakened frame, appeared almost one-eyed, his gaze veiled by the hatred he nourished towards the one who was nevertheless his benefactor. Imagine that one day, consumed by this sick hatred, he declared in the middle of the Council of Ministers, facing some of his ministers stunned by indignation. Ladies and gentlemen, I hear some people saying that Soro needs to come home. But the problem is that this young man is terminally ill with cancer. If I let it in and it goes out immediately afterwards, they will say that I am responsible. It's a shame for this young man. You all know the affection I have always had for him, even if he is a rebellious child, a thug. It's sad that he died like this. According to Paris doctors, he will die within a quarter. When he uttered these words, the tyrant Ouattara was convinced and with him his entourage that Guillaume Soro would die no later than December 2024. To some of his fellow heads of state, such as Fornassing Bey, Macky Sall or Denis Sassou Nguesso, he even confided. Ah, poor thing. The young man is seriously ill, in the terminal phase of cancer. At any time, we can have bad news. I did everything to treat him in Europe, but he refused. He preferred to turn to marabouts. But where Western medicine has failed, marabouts will not cure it. By expressing himself in this way, the old man thought he would gain the trust of his interlocutors. But, in reality, his audience was shocked by the cruelty of his words towards the man thanks to whom he now occupies the presidential chair. However, the truth always comes out. Because while Alassane Ouattara himself is fighting real throat cancer, the president of GPS, reappearing in his new slender look, has proven to all Ivorians that he is in great shape. Didn't Guillaume Soro warn in these terms? It's not doddering and sick who you think. Faced with the video of a beaming Guillaume Soro, the dictator of the lagoons, unable to bear reality, saw his left eye close further, refusing to contemplate this unbearable spectacle for him. True to himself, he then took the blame on his younger brother, Birahima Ouattara, holding him responsible for what he perceived as a media affront. In a fit of anger, he insulted her on the phone. Ibrahim, you are a liar, a scoundrel, an incompetent. Didn't you assure me that Guillaume was dying? With all the money I give you and your services, you are incapable of doing your job properly. Now that you have shared your lie with my head of state friends, what will they think of me? They'll say I'm a liar. Thus, the journey of naughty and lying beings always ends. Alassane Ouattara, today consumed by his own evil, only reaps the fruit of his baseness. Yapi does not lie. Find Yapi on his 2 YouTube channels, his Rumble channel, his TikTok, X, Instagram, VK and Threads accounts.